Hi everyone. Some of you might remember last year I did a short series on different serial killers from around the world. They were only short, about 5 minutes each, but because of one of those videos, I had actually missed a second marriage of that serial killer. It was then that I had been contacted by the daughter of that serial killer, Joseph Paul Franklin, and with her permission, we did some interviews because I thought it would be a great perspective for a series to see how a child of a serial killer had been raised by letters and phone calls from prison. So I hope you enjoy this series, Death Row Dad, excerpts from the daughter of serial killer Joseph Paul Franklin. When interviewing Sierra, one thing became immediately clear, and that was the actions of her father didn't change her perceptions of black peoples, of minorities, of Jews. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Joseph's killings were all racially motivated, and one could be forgiven to think that his daughter may grow up with the same ideas that Joseph had. But it's interesting to listen to these excerpts and hear from her directly that this wasn't the case.
I keep thinking it must have been hard for you for growing up, but then it must have got it even harder for you when social media came about.
You know, they don't know him. I know my dad, and my dad was a good man. And I know that he was a cold-hearted bastard when it comes to what he was doing. But I'm telling you, he was brainwashed. It's not an excuse for his actions. I don't excuse his actions for this shit.
No.
But I know, alright, everybody's freaking racist down here still. Alright, and they are so wrong in so many different ways. I think the best people that's been nice to me are black people. And I'm not saying it because one way or another. I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama, and I was put out on the street when I was 14. And I tell you what, black men and black women would help me quicker than a white man and white woman would. See me, I had one. I'm telling you, they showed me much kindness. I mean, go in their way. I didn't have to ask them. It's like they knew.
Joseph's killing spree went from 1977 to his capture in 1980. I'll get into those crimes shortly, but here's an excerpt of Sierra talking about when she knew and what she knew about her father and his crimes.
So how old were you? How old were you when you found out, like, that he was in jail and what he had been, like, accused of or convicted of? How old were you?
Since I can remember, I knew he was a murderer and killed blacks. And I knew he was a murderer and killed blacks. And so, since I can remember, nobody ever did that for me. And matter of fact, God is such a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't know who her daddy is? They ain't letting him out. I mean, it's all I hear. You know, it's like, you know, they're bragging on it and all that stuff. And that's just how I grew up.
Like most serial killers, their crimes start out small and progressively get violent. Joseph Paul Franklin was the same. He had some violent confrontations with interracial couples, spraying them with mace in Maryland, Washington in 1976, and a couple of failed bombing attempts in 1977 in Washington and Tennessee. He also attempted to kill Archie Simonson in Madison, Wisconsin, but he missed. His first kills were in 1977. Alfonso Manning and Tony Schwen were an interracial couple, also in Madison, Wisconsin.
I was trying to get rid of all the ugly people in the world. And
why did you
I
select?
consider the blacks the ugliest people of all.
Also in 1977, Joseph targeted the Brith Shalom Knesset Israel congregation in St. Louis, Oklahoma, injuring two and killing Gerald Gordon. In 1978, it was the attempted murder of Larry Flint in Cincinnati, Ohio, and his lawyer Gene Reeves. We talked about that in episode 1. Also, in 1979, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Joseph murdered Johnny Brookshire, and his white girlfriend, Joy, was paralysed, like Larry Flint.
It's really sad that people think, you know, history's going to repeat itself and you're just going to be like your dad or like your family growing up or whatever, and people get, it's sad that people get surprised that you're different. Like,
you would think, you know?
you would, yeah.
I mean, just they expect me to be like, see, that is the problem. And that's what see, they expect me
Yeah.
to be like, and they have a certain expectation of
That's
me,
the reason,
like,
the whole
way
reason I'm talking to
whatnot.
you. That's,
Yeah, they have a certain expectation of me at first they did. Okay, they were on Twitter. And I knew what expectations they had of me. And I knew I was just going to bust their damn bubble too. But it wasn't time yet. I had to build up my audience. And the only way I had to build it up was through my dad.
yeah, this was the main reason I wanted to talk to you and learn about your dad as well, because nobody.
People stuff on my daddy, and all I'm seeing now is very shallow court papers,
Yeah, but nobody gives anyone merit anymore, just, you know, based on their individuality. They just tar you with the same brush.
Okay, Bush's son got what president? Okay, you look at Elvis Presley's daughter, how they treat her is nice. Okay, you look at JFK and how they treat him, nice. Okay, that's the same thing with me.
Yeah.
Okay, no, they won't admit it, but that's how they treat me, and it's absolutely unfair.
Joseph's final tally at his capture in 1980 is approximately 20 to 22 deaths. In 1984, he confessed to the murders of Rebecca Bergstrom, Santa Mira Andurian, the Chattanooga synagogue bombing, and shooting of Alphonso Manning and Tony Schwen. In 1990, he admitted to killing Ted Fields and David Martin in Salt Lake City, Utah. In 1994, he admitted to killing Gerald Gordon, and in 1995, he confessed to shooting Vernon Jordan.
But they was, oh my God. Right when he touched, and then Roger, his cousin, and they said J.O. and all this, that's why I walked in the door and they said, here comes the Klan, the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh no.
Oh my God, there's like 20 black people there. And I said, I walked in and I said, oh my God, it's good. I said, the fuck? I said, shut up, dude.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
They were laughing. They laughed at her. They thought that shit was that. They laughed at her. I thought that. But I was like, oh my God, you know.
You must have been mortified.
I remember Mom said he'd come up like just anytime. And one night he come up and my aunt was there where her kids was here. That's her abusive husband. And my daddy looked in the window and see somebody was in there, and he got mad as hell. And I was probably thinking, he was probably thinking it was a man, you know, I mean, so it was my aunt, and it was her kid. And he made him leave. And that night, he told me to get the hell out, and he kept Mom out.
Oh,
But
wow.
I think he thought it was a man. I mean, I ain't sure.
Yeah.
But I think he was like, this is my house, who the hell's up in my house? And that's exactly how I would be. Okay, and I'm that way right now. I do not play about that. This is my safe spot. This is your safe spot. Nobody's gonna violate my safe spot. Okay, if you do, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know it.
Yep.
It ain't gonna last very long. And you're not gonna respect me in my safe spot.
As you can tell, our interviews went from serious and crying to joking at stages, and I think this is a natural progression of different feelings that Sierra felt for her father. In the next episode, we're going to look at Sierra's upbringing and how this affected her in her teenage years.